I'm a Canadian first and foremost, but with the continued aspect that we feel powerless here, separation is that a viable plan B if we can't work this out?
Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to Politically Canadian. It's April 24, 2025, and Canada's at a crossroads. With the federal election just days away on April 28, a trade war with the US, and big shifts on the horizon, the future looks wild. Today, I'm diving into 5 shocking predictions for Canada in 2025 and beyond, changes that could reshape our economy, politics, and way of life. From Saskatchewan to the Maritimes, let's unpack what's coming, eh? Stick around, hit that like button, and let's get started. First up, Canada's economy might be headed for a rough ride. The US-Canada trade war is no joke. President Trump's 25% tariffs on our exports are already biting. TD Economics warned that even a 10% tariff could slash our export volumes by 5%, risking stagnation through 2025 and 2026. Now, with tariffs at 20%, we're looking at a potential GDP drop. The Bank of Canada's cut its rate to 3.25% by late 2024, and experts like TD Economics expect it to hit 2.25% by year-end 2025 to cushion the blow. But with a weaker loonie possibly dropping to 70 cents US, import prices will spike, making everything from groceries to gas pricier. Canadians might rethink those US travel plans, just like we saw in our summer travel video. Buckle up. This could get bumpy. Next, Canada's immigration U-turn could shake up our society in a big way. After years of record-high inflows, over 3% annual population growth, the fastest in 60 years, the government's slamming the brakes. They're aiming to cut non-permanent residents from 7% to 5% of the population by 2026. That means population growth might even go negative in 2025, dragging down GDP. Businesses relying on temporary foreign workers, like in agriculture or retail, could take a hit, and universities might face funding gaps as international student numbers drop. Quantum Run predicts Ontario alone will still bring in over 18,000 immigrants due to labor shortages, but the rapid slowdown could tank productivity. On the flip side, this might ease pressure on housing and healthcare, but at what cost to our economy? It's a gamble. Prediction 3, the 2025 election will spark a political firestorm. Mark Carney's Liberals are leading polls at 49% to Poilievre's Conservatives at 33%, thanks to a patriotic surge after Trump's annexation threats. But if Carney wins on April 28, as many predict, expect a fierce backlash. Poilievre's populist base, fueled by frustration over affordability and government overreach, as we saw in your comments on our populism video, won't go quietly. Maclean's predicts Poilievre would dismantle liberal policies if he wins, but even in defeat, his supporters might push for regional separatism. Alberta and Quebec possibly eyeing separation, especially if Carney doubles down on federal control. The NDP, polling at just 11%, might face a leadership crisis if they tank again. Canada's political landscape could get messy fast. Moving on to prediction 4, the housing crisis will get worse before it gets better. With interest rates dropping, variable rates might hit 4% by late 2025 per Mortgage Sandbox. More young Canadians will jump into the market. But TD Economics warns of a catch. Looser mortgage rules, like 30-year amortizations for first-time buyers, could lead to risky borrowing. Home prices might dip slightly, with a forecasted 0.3% drop to $687,898 Canadian dollars in 2025. But demand in BC and Ontario will keep things tight. The immigration slowdown might ease some pressure, but not enough to fix the structural issues, zoning laws, and a lack of skilled labor. By 2026, prices could climb again to $696,074 Canadian dollars as rates stabilize. If you're dreaming of a home, 2025 might be your window, but tread carefully. Finally, prediction 5, tech and sustainability will redefine Canada's future. Quantum Run forecasts that 60% of large Canadian companies will adopt artificial intelligence by the end of 2025, especially in healthcare and wildfire prevention. Maclean's agrees, noting artificial intelligence will tackle forest fires in BC, where civilian wildfire training programs are launching. On the green front, Canada is set to conserve 25% of its oceans by 2025, But British Columbia's shift away from open net salmon farming could cost 4,000 jobs. Plastic bans on bags and takeout containers will also hit manufacturers hard. Meanwhile, infrastructure like the Gordie Howe Bridge between Windsor and Detroit will open, boosting trade despite tariffs. And Huawei's 4G rollout in remote northern communities could finally bridge the digital divide. Canada's going high-tech and green, but it won't be a smooth ride. There you have it, 5 shocking predictions for Canada's future. From economic struggles to political drama, housing woes, and a tech green revolution, 2025 and beyond will test our resilience. What do you think of these predictions? Will Carney's win spark a backlash? Are you worried about the economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm all ears. If you found this video eye-opening, give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, and subscribe. This is Politically Canadian, keeping it real, eh? Catch you next time. Stay curious.